As a teacher, you are likely to notice a student's behavioral issues because they are visible and may be disruptive to the classroom. But it is important to realize that a student's stress response may go beyond actions that attract attention. Some children in your class may be experiencing a range of physical, mental, or emotional reactions to highly stressful situations in their lives, such as conflict between their parents, or problems keeping up with schoolwork, social issues, just to name a few. You can also tell when a student is experiencing significant stress at home, school, or elsewhere by the way they look and act in the class. There are some signs and symptoms of stress. In their bodies, tense muscles, headaches, stomach aches, rapid heartbeat, being extremely cold or hot, skin rashes, shakiness, disturbed sleep or looking fatigued, listlessness, being ill. In their minds, in the area of the mind, it's poor concentration, forgetfulness, difficulty problem solving, being easily distracted, confusion, being or acting irrational. In the area of emotions, there's fear, anxiety, frustration, sadness, worry, anger, panic, being hypersensitive, irritable, feeling helpless or hopeless, withdrawing, and having difficulty regulating their emotions. In the area of behaviors, there's whining, crying, nail biting, daydreaming, fighting with others, being overly cautious, performing poorly in school, eating more or less than usual, bullying, having difficulty calming down, not listening, not participating or not cooperating, being overly noisy, or being detached or withdrawn. Experiencing some of these symptoms some of the time is a normal part of a child's life. It's important to watch for students who seem very different from their normal selves for a prolonged period. Take note of significant changes or shifts in a student's normal behavior or habits. When stress occurs, the brain signals the body to get ready to meet the challenge by stimulating the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is the control center for many bodily functions, including muscle tension, breathing, blood pressure, heart rate, pupil dilation, and temperature control. The stress response instantly activates the body by releasing hormones like adrenaline, cortisol, and other chemicals race to the heart, lungs, and muscles to help find us the extra energy, strength, and alertness needed to respond to the threat. Researchers believe humans developed the fight or flight response in prehistoric times, when the main threats to survival were physical and involved dealing with predators and hostile environments. Today, the threats and challenges we face are often social and emotional rather than physical, but our bodies are still equipped with the fight or flight reaction. Usually after a while, when the stress is gone, our system regulates and turns off the stress response, helping the body return to its normal, calmer state. The problem arises when the system is constantly aroused because of chronic stress or trauma. In children who are experiencing overwhelming stress or trauma, there are irregular patterns in their stress response system, particularly in their cortisol levels. Research shows that long-term elevation in cortisol levels can change the function of some of the parts of the brain that are essential for learning and memory. When stress goes on for a long period of time or happens frequently, cortisol levels can actually dip down below normal levels and may lead to children seeming shut down, withdrawn, or unresponsive. Stressful events can be beneficial, tolerable, or harmful, depending on how much of a stress response they provoke and how long the response lasts. How we respond to stress depends on a number of things. First of all, how well we manage the stressful experience. How often and for how long our body's stress response has been in high gear, and whether or not we have social support. The same event can affect different people in different ways. One person might see a roller coaster ride as thrilling, and another may see it as a major stressor. Some children may enjoy presenting or performing in front of their peers, while others may find it terrifying. The good news is that the way we respond to stress is not fixed. It can be influenced by learning stress management and coping strategies. This in turn can make us more resilient and can change the way we think about challenges and opportunities. These days in education, we're hearing a lot about the important role that self-regulation plays in all areas of success. But what does it mean? And how can we encourage our students to develop this capacity? Self-regulation is our ability to manage our feelings, thoughts, and actions so that we're comfortable with ourselves and so that we can get along with others. Self-regulation is a key part of being able to succeed in so many areas of our lives, focusing and redirecting our attention, managing and modifying our emotions and behavior, getting along with peers and adults, planning and pursuing our goals. Educators increasingly see self-regulation as a critical factor in a student's academic achievement and social success, unlike in the past when IQ was seen as the most important factor. We build our skills in self-regulation through our relationships with others and later internalize and learn to use these skills independently. Children who lag behind in the capacity for self-regulation tend to have more problems in their school years and may also experiencing more challenges as adults. They may struggle with tantrums, impulsive behaviors, and sleep and diet issues to a greater degree than their peers. They may be hypersensitive to transitions and may overreact to minor challenges or stressors. They may also be inattentive or physically hyperactive. Poor self-regulation not only gets in the way of a child's ability to succeed in all areas of their life, but may also undermine the teacher-student relationship. Not surprisingly, teachers respond much more positively to children who are able to stay calmly focused. Those who have more difficulty in this regard often receive a lot of negative attention or are treated less sympathetically. Fortunately, the classroom setting itself can be a great place for children to develop their capacities for self-regulation. By providing them with structure and predictability, children can learn how to better express and control their emotions and behavior. Teachers can also promote self-regulation by teaching their students how to recognize their emotions before they become more difficult to manage. Students who can recognize, identify, and talk about feelings are less likely to reach the point where they act out their strong emotions with disruptive behaviors. Having the words to express their feelings helps children build healthy relationships with parents, with peers, and with teachers.